You've been using Bible scriptures to communicate these days. So I would want us to use a scripture in the book of Ecclesiastes 10:7. And the Bible says, I've seen servants on horses, while princes walk on the ground as servants. And for me, that is the state of MPP now. The servants are riding on horses, and the princes are now walking on the ground as servants. You've asked the question whether this is the best MPP can put forward. But you also mentioned that someone like Dynamo, very fantastic guy, very brainy guy, has withdrawn from the race. And he cited reasons. And one of them was the fact that the submission, the nomination fee you have to pay is 4.6 million Ghana cedis. I mean, this is crazy, eh?
What do you mean?
Yes. That's one of the reasons why he decided to withdraw. Yeah. That 4.6 million will have to be paid to the party to be able to contest. And that he also cited the fact that there's no level playing field, even as with this process that they've started. So certainly, the MPP has got a lot of guys. Bache Jaco, for example, brainy, very sharp guy. He's not contesting. Others are not contesting. But those who have put themselves forward is what MPP has. But as to whether this is the kind of people Ghanaians would want to lead this country, is something we are yet to see. Especially if you consider the fact that they themselves are telling us that none of them is fit to lead their party. I mean, if you look at the sons. And the MPP has become the sinners' brigade now. Apart from two of them that have not seen their sins, Engineer Kobne Japan and Honorable Edichum. I've never seen their sins, but the rest, their sins are out there.
You mean just for those who we want to carry our viewers along? You're referring to the social media publication. They say 10 sins of
the 10 sins. Yeah,
that's the one you're referring to. I've not seen one for the two of them.
The two of them, okay. But the three, and from where I sit. The three sinners, one of them will certainly win.
Okay.
And if they think they are not fit for their party, I don't think they will be fit to lead this country as well. Because if you look at the sins they've enumerated, the kind of sins, if you do the segregation of the sins, you realize some of the sins are sins even against Allah. Some of the sins are sins against the state. And some of the sins are sins against certain individuals in the country. For example, if you take Dr. Bawumia's sin of the stolen rights, for example, that MPP themselves, they put it out. I'm not the one who manufactured it. They said he's committed a sin, and the sin is that he used his office to steal somebody's rights for Salah. And that sin is a sin against...
I mean, that's an allegation involving an individual who worked in his office. I mean, is it fair to...
No, but see, I'm not the one saying it. I'm saying that the party, they themselves are the ones saying it.
Okay.
And that sin is a sin against Allah because it's stealing.
So
and
you
also
are reporting what they said.
Yes, and it's also a sin against the individual.
Okay.
Then, for example, Brian True, they say the Ayawasu Wagon issue, he was the mastermind behind it. He said he wanted to buy Senate. It's also a sin. So they are accusing themselves of committing sin. And I'm saying that if you look at the fact that they are accusing themselves and saying that because of the sins you've committed, you are not fit to lead the party, then it stands to reason to say that they are also not fit to lead the country. So yes, they've put forward probably their best now, the five of them. That's all that they can put forward. But as to whether all of them, each of them has what it takes to lead this country, as I said, it's something that we are yet to see. But you see, I talked about the fact that the MPP situation can be described with the quotation that I gave you. When I see someone like Engineer Kobne Japan, it saddens my heart that today somebody like that is shouting and shouting, but you could hardly hear his voice in MPP. He sees the party as a party that has deviated from the values. You listen to him. Yeah. He was talking about the core values and principles of the party, the principles that underpin the formation of the party. These principles and values are no more in the party. He's trying very hard so that if he becomes the leader of the party, he will be able to restore those values and principles. But his voice cannot be heard because of the state of the party at the moment. And people who have really suffered for the party, who are supposed to be the princes of the party, have now become the servants of the party. If you consider the fact that Dr. Bawumia, for example, 2007, in fact, prior to 2007 or 2008, the man had not contributed a pesewa to the party before. He had never contributed a cedi to the party. He had never gone to any rally of the party. He had never said anything about the party. Now he's now become the prince of the party. So the party has shifted.
I mean, but you agree that, I mean, if you're running the political party, it's not about when you joined him. You agree with that?
No, when you join is also very important.
I mean, someone would always join before someone.
No, I'm saying that when you join is also very important.
Yeah,
but especially when people are being given undue advantage over others.
Okay.
For example, let me give you what happened yesterday, for example. You know, the party used its social media handles.
Yeah, I've seen that concern.
Yeah, to promote Alhaji Bawumia. They didn't do for the others. I mean, why should such a thing be allowed to happen in a party like NPP?
I saw a statement from the elections committee assuring that the process will be fair.
But you know, this election, if you look at, I mean, it is evidently clear. Now, unless you don't have eyes, it is evidently clear that the decision to hold an early presidential primary was made to favor Dr. Bawumia. That decision, that singular decision, has given him an advantage over the other aspirants.
And it
has started playing out. I told you what happened yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, but in terms of holding the primary, how does that give him an advantage?
It's the same executives. These executives.
Okay.
These executives.
You mean the decision to hold the flag bearer race before the other?
Yes, that is because then the executives are those who are going to conduct the elections, and these are the people, Bawumia's people. Are you getting it? So certainly is giving Alhaji a certain kind of advantage. But yesterday something happened, and I want to be very brief on it anyway. Dr. Bawumia seems he hasn't changed, and I will tell you why he hasn't changed. I think it is in his DNA that any time he speaks more than 5 minutes, you have to lie. Yesterday he made a statement, and we are setting a record straight. For the purpose of setting the record straight, that he said he was the one behind the mobile money interoperability thing, which is a lie, because it wasn't his idea. 2, he said Ghana was the first country to have done that, which is also a lie, because if you check the record, Tanzania had their first mobile money interoperability in 2014. At that time, Dr. Bawumia was in opposition, giving long lectures. So how come that when you are given an opportunity to speak to Ghanaians, you would always want to tell a lie? And that is worrying, and it should be worrying to the party as well. And I am coming from Cape Coast. And one of the sins that I have not seen, that we are yet to see, is the sin that he committed against the people of Cape Coast. You remember the sin? That he said good people of Cape Coast. And he described us as good people of Cape Coast. Yes, we are good people of Cape Coast. He said we are building airport and harbor for you. Yeah. And as we speak, I'm from Cape Coast. I go to Cape Coast very often. We are yet to see our harbor and airport. Yes. And so you could see clearly that the party has got a problem, because from the way things are going, they are skewing the process in favor of Dr. Bawumia. Some of us are not worried because we believe that MPP has no chance in the 2028 election if you consider their performance, how they run the country in the last 8 years. But I saw something striking. Dr. Bawumia was talking about his performance, his achievement in the last 8 years. And we've all come to conclusion, if not all of us, but a majority of Ghanaians have come to the conclusion that Akufo-Addo is the worst president Ghana has ever had. But Dr. Bawumia says he is the best vice president Ghana has ever had. So you could see a situation where the president seems to be the worst president and the vice president seems to be the best vice president. I mean, I can't fathom this. I can't understand how this can be possible. So Dr. Bawumia always ran away from responsibility. Instead of him to admit that the presidency is one ticket and that all of them failed woefully, he wants to distance himself and project himself as someone who succeeded. And as I said, some of the examples he even gave as to being his achievements were lies. Are you getting it? So I really don't see MPP having any chance in 2028 election. I believe that 2028 election should be an election between whoever NDC is going to present and Mr. Alan Chamartin. Because if you look at all those they've presented, Alan is far better than all of them in terms of character, in terms of competence, in terms of credibility. So if really we are concerned about who becomes the president of Ghana, then I think we should look beyond what parties present and look at the persons, whether they have the capability, the competence, and the credibility to lead this country. So I'm looking forward to see very I told you our political party is coming, and we are going to showcase the values and the principles that this MPP has defeated from. And we believe that after this Congress, most of them, because this election is for Bawumia, they are cooking everything for Bawumia. And once they do that, all those who will lose, they will have to come and join the proper and original political party that MPP reformed in 1992.
From the way you proceeded with your analysis, I get you suggest that you expect Dr. Bawumia to win.
No, not that I expect him to win. No, see the way things are being done. I mean, the whole thing is being done.
Let me ask it differently. If the playing field were to be equal, would Dr. Bawumia win?
No. There's no way it would.
Who do you think would have won?
Oh, if they are to play it fairly, probably Ken can easily win. Yeah, can easily win. But they are not going to do it because even in the information some of us have, even with the register, those who have died, they are now changing their names, replacing the dead in the register and all that. They are cooking everything just to favor Dr. Bawumia. And it's up to them. I mean, some of us, we are waiting for whoever they bring. And I believe that Alan is better than all of them.
Let me come to Prof now.